Let's talk some toys in here.
Hey, what's up everyone today? It's the Man-Child. Alright, so today after review, I got in my Masters Universe Origins Thunder Punch He-Man. Yep, finally got him in. Big Bad Toy Store had some of these in. That's where I pre-ordered mine from, along with King Hiss, which I think they sent them on a train. He's just delayed. He's on his way, but yeah, super excited to get a Thunder Punch He-Man in a line. I grew up with one as a kid, like a lot of us, so it's about the nostalgia. And all you're really getting with this He-Man variant is just a new chest armor, of course, the shield, the gold sword, and then the Thunder Punch action effect, you want to call it that. I don't think it was really necessary to put him in this big deluxe card. It looks cool, but, you know, you're just higher cost, and I don't think he has the action feature. I remember speculating about this figure. A lot of us did, you know, in the comments going back months ago with the Origins. If we ever got a Thunder Punch He-Man, would it have that cap feature? And I was like, I doubt it. Maybe some type of electronic punch feature, or just a mimic type of feature, which basically what we got with the action with this action effect, and you still get the backpack. Going back to the classics, something like that. Yeah, it's different. You know, today's different time than the '80s with child safety standards and certain fireworks or incendiary devices, even if their caps are legal in certain states, yada yada. So I didn't think we were going to see that. But the original Thunder Punch He-Man, if you're not familiar, so you'd open the backpack up and you put these set of ring caps in there, and then it had a like a knob that would help advance the caps, like click one at a time, and then you would pull him back with his whatever his arm in whatever the punching position. He'd snap forward, and you hear the loud bang, smoke will come out. It was awesome. You know, God bless the '80s, but here we are. Anyway, it's cool to have a Thunder Punch He-Man. Here he is. So taking a look at the front of the car real quick. Yeah, cool art. Got Thunder Punch He-Man in here on the right side. You got the Snake Man logo behind the Master Universe logo now, so everything seems to be going towards the Snake Man faction. Maybe starting to push that line because Mattel's coming with a lot of Snake Men out. Um, yeah, he delivers the Thunder Punch, which not really, just an action effect, but we'll call it that. Otherwise, pretty cool package, and it's a shame I got to rip this apart to get him out. Also, I noticed too in the clamshell. Check that out. You can see that it's got scales now in the lower part where it's instead of being flat. So checking out the back of that art, that looks awesome, right? We got Thunder Punch He-Man with a couple of the Snake Troopers. Now, I did hear rumors, maybe even seen teases of Mattel talking about putting I think a 2 or a 4-pack of Snake Man out. And it might be, you might see a couple of these Troopers in here. Now, Super 7 did do these in the classics with this armor and heads. It came out really awesome. I have them laying around somewhere. But it'd be cool to see these. So moving down here to his action feature, yeah, attach the Thunder Punch effect. So it's all we do. Pull back the fist now. Okay, snap a powerful Thunder Punch. So I don't think he has a cap feature, but maybe he has a spring feature now. I didn't know that instead of just the waist that pops apart. That's interesting. And then moving over here to our art and cross cell, we have a little Rise of the Snake Man bio, all of Wave 11 Snake Man or the Snake Armor He-Man or Boltman, and of course the Deluxe King Hiss figure that's coming out soon, and once I get them, I'll review them. Here's a quick look around with Thunder Punch He-Man at a package and all accessories it comes with. So before we go over Thunder Punch He-Man, got a new comic. Looks pretty cool. Heart of the Snake. Look at that cover. Got the Sorceress, right? Thunder Punch He-Man, King Hiss, and the Serpent style going there. So I'll open it up. You can pause and read it. But yeah, we got Zoar there, which of course we already have out in the Origins. All right, we got our King Hiss here with the he got the Serpent ring. That had that. I went back to the 2000X and Classics. That's how you turn you know, the other Heroic Warriors into snakes. We got our Mechanic Ground Ripper, which is out or coming out. All right, pause and read that. Let's see. All right, looking pretty cool. Now look at that. It's almost like Mechanic turned in. He has the snake head at it. Looks like Mechanic's body. Now I did hear rumors too about a possible snake Mechanic coming to the Origins. Might even seen teases. I'm not sure if they were real, but the 2000X line did have a Snake Teal, a Man-at-Arms, Mechanic, so that would be cool if we see that in the Origins. Okay, yep, Serpent Ring. There we go. Mechanic wrapping up King Hiss there. Now King Hiss is coming out soon. Again, I'm waiting for mine. Should be in any day. So taking a closer look at the Origins Thunder Punch He-Man, I mean, it's just another He-Man. Not really getting much different. The vintage-inspired head sculpt looks just like all the others that came out. You're getting, okay, some red wrist bracers there. But the Flying Fist He-Man has the same ones, it looks like. Yeah, the only thing you're really getting is the this harness. And even a backpack, well, okay, we'll go over that in a second. Even that, I thought it would have even a drop-down mimic action feature. It doesn't. It's just a hollow backpack. All right, anyway, I mean, yeah, we've seen this a million times. Articulation's all the same, right? We know everything. This, that, elbow, go in, spin it to hands. Yeah, waist. Now, all right, so here's one thing's different going back to his action feature. Let me point this out. He doesn't pop apart at the waist. So he does have, you pull him back, the snapping action feature, right? Going back to those vintage old school He-Man toys, which was awesome. I missed that, but it is cool with the Origins. We could pop them apart and customize them. So he does have that, right? And you can even hear it snap. So that's cool. All right, got something there. Didn't have to do that. Yeah, legs are the same. Loincloth, typical belt, articulation. Nothing we haven't seen before. So really the only thing we can go over with this guy is the armor. Maybe take it off, check it out, and maybe put it on. Try it on the classics, some Masterverse, whatnot. But it's going to bring in another vintage inspired head that came out of like the, I don't know, one of the other He-Man packs. So I just want to show you. It's not much of a difference. Same typical, I mean, maybe in the way it's done at the factory, something like that. But same head. So getting back to the armor, it's cool now that it can come off where the vintage, was just a solid sculpt all through the body. And the classics one did come off. But, it's just silver. You can see it all, highlight all around the outer armor. The He, symbol of He there, in silver. Everything's kind of sculpted outward. It's not flat. It looks like, all right, so as far as taking off, we have two straps here, right? So let's take it off and take a look at it. So let's pop the strap here on the right side. We'll break the buckle on the left. All right, then this whole armor piece flips right off. Well, obviously we can't break the buckle. You don't take the head off. So let's bring this in for a closer look. So yeah, we already looked at the front of it. You can see how soft it is. And again, how we break it. That's the inside. It's just hollow. Right, and there's the back, your make-believe knob. But yeah, I'm surprised you didn't have like some type of flip-down, like a mimic action feature, even though you can't put caps or fake caps or just going back to nostalgia. I mean, it's just one big hollow piece of backpack. That's it. Wow. So yeah, I just threw it back on him for now. And I wanted to point out too, as far as the fist and the articulation. So he does have a complete closed punch and fist on the right side. You can see that spins on a hinge joint, goes in and out that way. And then an open semi-weapon gripping hand on the left, hinge joint in and out, spins. So you do get that. And you can always change the fist out. You didn't want it for some reason on, one of your other He-Man figures you have. Looks like the skin tone's pretty close. I would expect it'd be a little whiter. That was something known for the Thunder Punch in the vintage class. It's very white. I guess it's to separate the variants instead of getting the same so you didn't feel like you're getting the same He-Man, which we kind of are. So I just armor, but I want to point that out. So real quick, I'm going to bring in the first release He-Man, the Origins. Now, of course, I changed the head on mine. Came with that first style head. That's a vintage-inspired custom head that came on eBay. I like that better. It goes back to the vintage nostalgia, what I grew up with. I wish the Origins would have did that, even though they did give us a vintage head. I'm thankful for that. I like the darker hair. It's more serious. Anyway, my point is I just kind of wanted to show you the color and the bodies. And then you can always switch that hand off, as I said, for that one, vice versa. I just wanted to bring that in and show you, like, it's really all you get. Oh, and of course, you're getting different color boots. But it's also going back to the Flying Fist He-Man. It's almost like just a Flying Fist He-Man, but, the body with the paint and that, and the bracers, and you're just getting a closed punch and fist. And the armor, that's it, and accessories. So moving on to Thunder Punch He-Man's accessories, you get this cool vac metal shield, right? Going back to the vintage, see that big handle back there, how he grips it. Yeah, it has this piece in here that used to, now it's smaller because the vintage one I think was larger, and you can actually set the ring caps inside or hold like a row with the ring caps. But you can also put the sword in here, so let's bring in a sword for a second. Yep, comic book style, just gold, flat gold metallic sword, so you can check that out. And then bringing the shield back in, you can more or less store the, you put the sword like that and shield and hold it. And then for his last accessory, he just gets the Thunder Punch effect. Pretty cool. It's done in a yellow translucent color. I'm always fascinated with stuff like that. Of course, we'll put one of his hands in it to punch and fist. So we'll set him up with his couple weapons. So we'll put the shield in his hand for now. And then we'll put the sword back in the shield where he can hold it. Then we'll put this Thunder Punch effect in a punching hand like that. So, all right, clips in here, pushes locks pretty well, and keep the energy trail on the outside. And I guess let's test the action feature. So we got the shield in hand, obviously the sword in it. Now, these hands, and I noticed how with Origins with larger handles, they fall out easy. You got to really clip and utilize the thumb. Just fell out on me a couple times, but I'll try to use the action feature with the shield in hand, see if he holds it. You don't have to. We got that on. Let's do the spring punch. All right. Wow, it actually holds the energy effect pretty cool. Okay, so the action feature works pretty cool, and this seems to hold on. Now, I did adjust the arm out, but what would be the point of having Thunder Punch He-Man, not punch Skeletor or something in the face? So let's see what the action effect does. All right, let's do it now against the shield and against the battle armor in slow motion. So I put the sword in hand, right? We got to equip He-Man with the power sword, but what's interesting is you can't. I was hoping you can pull him back this way and snap. It only snaps one way, so you're not going to snap and go to the left and you utilize a power sword, swing it. You would have to change his hand out with a He-Man hand and then use the sword to do that. So I did change the hand out with my first release He-Man hand, right? There's the other one. You know, the peg pops out. Real easy, and then you could just use your effect now with the sword or weapon. All right, so I got him all armed back up. Let's do a few head change outs for fun, see what that looks like on this body. Here's a quick look with that first release Origins head that was on He-Man when the line first came out on this, Thunder Punch setup body. Take a look at that. And here's that Origins He-Man Battle Ready head that came in like the Warriors 2-pack, so I just threw it on that setup and body. You want to check that out? So let's get into some Masterverse heads. So I threw the, this was the alternative head that came in the Masterverse Viking He-Man, the unhelmeted head. Check that on that body. That head goes good on anything, and something's unique with the color of this body to me. It looks similar to the, the first Origins He-Man I brought in, but I don't know, it's changed up. It seems to match a lot of heads so far. Pretty cool. And here's a look at that alternative vintage inspired head that came with the Masterverse movie He-Man. Now, it's a cool head, but it's very narrow, and it looks funny at the neck with this one. That's a shame. If you can get it to go down, which can't my peg, it would look a lot better, but it does snap on, articulates. I'll take a look at that head. And here's a quick look at the Thunder Punch He-Man with the buck and the armored off course. You want to take a look at that. Oh, look at this. Oh, they got holes in the back. I didn't even notice I took the armor off. Wow. I guess to make that snap effect. Okay, check that out. So that's unique. So I'm glad I went over that. Yeah, that kind of a different buck, or at least cut out in the back. So moving on with the Thunder Punch He-Man parts. Again, going back to his armor and backpack and weapons. Let's try it on our Classics He-Man. See if it fits. Okay, so I got everything moved over from the Origins Thunder Punch to the Classics He-Man, and it fits perfect. Look at that. The armored, the shield in hand. I had to work on the hand a little bit, but, it's a shield. Even the Thunder Punch effect, you could push it over, and he has a thumb, the open hand, it works. Looks great. Cool. Now, they don't have the, Classics or just manual, you don't have the Thunder Punch feature, but it's awesome you can do that. It looks really good on him. So next, I'm going to bring in my Masterverse He-Man. Now, mine has a little custom work done. It's a vintage inspired head. I showed this quite a few times on my channel. Came from Barbosa Customs on eBay, which I don't think he's going to do anymore. I think he's going to go out of business, or he's just not going to do custom work. I don't know. That was a rumor I heard, but that's a shame. Did a great job. And also, this is a Viking He-Man body. So if you're familiar, the first release Masterverse body was just yellow. I didn't like it. I actually changed the loincloth over, the boots, as I said, the head, the hands, the bracer I was able to do. Yeah, a little custom job. So if you're looking at it, it doesn't make sense to your first release He-Man. If you're in the Masterverse, you say, what's going on here? But anyway, it's the same exact buck and aesthetic. So let's put everything on the Masterverse He-Man and see what it looks like. Here's the origin setup on the Masterverse buck. Fits really well. You got to adjust things here and there, but even the Thunder Punch effect, you can squeeze on the hand. It seems to hold. The shield is really sloppy in his hand. It's moving all over the place. See that? But their hands vary. You got to heat them up. You can push them in a little bit. Some are stretched more than others. It works. Put some tape on. So this one's a little wonky, but for the most part, works good and looks okay. And for a little bonus, I'm also going to bring in the 40th anniversary Masterverse He-Man, because he had a really odd buck, just a large chest buck, trying to go back to the vintage design or something like that. Oversized design, but Masterverse style. So let's see if the armor fits him. And look at that. The whole setup actually fits on the 40th anniversary He-Man, because just, as I was saying, the extra wide buck. That was a great design choice from Mattel with this armor. They just gave enough leverage with the straps just to, you gave extra room, where some of the different armors, they don't. They barely, it's a hit or miss between Classics, Masterverse, or whatnot, but fits pretty cool. Now, it does go tighter on the chest. Looks a little weird, but for what it is, it does work. Why I have the 40th anniversary He-Man out. I don't know if I ever tried his cross armor on an Origins figure. I might have. I know the head I definitely did in a review, but you want to check that out while we got the $2 out, right? The traditional He-Man. It's a little loose, this armor, but it looks cool. The head does too. It paint's a little weird in his head. But you want to check that out. Articulates, snaps on well. And of course, with every He-Man variant that comes out, we got to put him on a couple Battle Cats, and I threw the vintage inspired head back on. He's all set up as he comes. So we got our Origins Thunder Punch He-Man on a Classics Battle Cat. think that's cool. Supersize him. Something going back to the 2000X size. Smaller He-Man, bigger Cat. Take a look at that. And of course, we got our Origins Thunder Punch He-Man on our Origins Battle Cat, or the Battlefield Warriors 2-pack Wounded Battle Cat. Okay, so I think I went over everything pretty well. You know, we switched out heads and put this Armored on what other Master Universe bodies we can, right? Tried the 40th anniversary Masterverse. Fits on anything. That's a really good design choice by Mattel. It's just as simple as keeping the lower straps longer, where a lot of the different He-Man variant armors don't always do that. You know, they would have been cool. The backpack in the back would have been, had an action feature, at least to open up. Just that next level nostalgia, be more authentic to the vintage figure, but you didn't, just a hollow piece of plastic. The Thunder Punch effect is cool, fits on all the different hands as well. You know, you get the vac metal shield, the sword. I don't think it was necessary to put him in a deluxe car for more money. I mean, if anything, you could have just put the armor and accessories, some type of accessory pack or another figure, and you didn't need another He-Man, but whatever. We get the vintage head, that's the way they wanted to do it. So, you know, it's what we asked for. I wanted a Thunder Punch He-Man, I got it. Would have been cool, too, if they would have left the backpack cap design. I knew they weren't going to do that. I had a feeling, because you can still buy those caps on Amazon or eBay or anywhere and just use them. Be up to you and your responsibility to decide what you want to do with it, you know. But again, there's laws and states they don't like those caps, or with toys especially. So yeah, wasn't going there. Sorry, that it's another He-Man variant. I wanted a Thunder Punch He-Man like a lot of us. It's going back to nostalgia, and we got one. So thanks for watching. Until next time, take care.